Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 61 of the B Graders. I'm here on my Pat Malone today because Matt Pointer, well, you know, he's a bit unreliable. He doesn't show up from time to time. Apparently he's stuck at work selling bikes at the Trek store in Joondalup and couldn't be here. So I'll just have to give you my thoughts on what's happened in the last week or so since we last spoke. Well, I suppose the biggest thing going on at the moment is the tour, and we've seen a couple of really interesting stages. Particularly the stage over the cobbles, which was just riveting watching, won by John Degenkolb, and what a fantastic interview he gave after, you know, all that he's been through in the last two years since he had an accident that almost killed him whilst out training. You could just see the relief. That following on that, they didn't actually, only got rid of two in the end GC contenders, one being our Richie, who decided to fall off 10k into the stage even before we'd hit the cobbles, and eventually claimed Rigoberto Urán not long after a stage or two later, where the injuries from his fall on that day caught up with him. Had a few days of transitional stages, standard Tour de France type stuff, and then we hit the Alps and fireworks started. Sky controlling the race very, very strongly for what turns out to be their number one man at the moment, Geraint Thomas. It's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. He's won two stages in the Alps now, including the Queen stage of the Alps up to Alpe d'Huez last night. Destroyed the main field, only a select few left, including his teammate Chris Froome, Tommy Dumoulin, Romain Bardet, and unfortunately Vincenzo Nibali, who was taken down, as it seems, by a police motorcycle with about 3k to go, got back on, got to within 13 seconds, but has a fractured vertebrae in the middle of his back and has now withdrawn. But the big talking point from the tour is the time delay on these alpine stages. Very small, and we've seen virtually every sprinter worth his salt gone. Out, Cavendish, Kittel, Greipel, Gaviria, all gone. The only ones left, Dumas, Sagan. Maybe a couple of fringe sprinters after that, we don't know, but the way we're going, particularly with this 65k uphill stage in the Pyrenees coming, there may be no one left to sprint on the Champs-Élysées. But it's been fantastic, and last night particularly was a sensational stage. Just ask the great man Graham Brown, he'll tell you that was as good as it gets, and he's been there or thereabouts in the pro peloton, so he knows what he's talking about. Other things that have happened, we had the Giro Rosa, won really, really well by Annemiek van Vleuten. 3 stages, 5 for the team. They won the Climbers Jersey in that tour with Amanda Spratt, 1st and 3rd overall, just dominated that tour. Our own Jessica Allen in that did very, very well for the team. And following on that, 2 days later, they came to La Course by Tour de France, the women's race, which was run over the same stage as the men, just slightly shorter, on the first day in the Alps. And my lord, it was the best day of racing I've seen in a long time. Annemiek van Vleuten coming to the line, looked gone for all money with Anna van der Breggen up the road. Looked like she was gone, dug in. Van der Breggen looked like just she stopped and got it with 20 metres to go across the line to win. Just shows you what not giving up will do for you. And if you want to see a really, really good interview, have a look at the young Danish girl from Sunweb who gave an interview at the end of that race about the event. It was fantastic. Other than that, not a lot happening. We had Peel Racing on the weekend. A grade was won by Mikey Hoskin, B grade by John Carter, and C grade was won by a young guy by the name of Callum Milne. He is leading our tour competition. We thought it was Callum Montgomery. Stupidly, it's Callum Milne. He's a B grade. He's kicking all our butts. He's getting moved up to B grade, so welcome, young lad. This weekend, don't know what's happening. Haven't had a look, haven't had time, been very busy. But we'll keep you informed next week for the coming end of the tour. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers.